Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Rantsy podcast. I'm not even going to complain how long it's been since I made my last episode, and I promised I'm going to be posting every single week, and I'm just going to get into the episode, okay? A lot has happened, and since my last episode with like Wiz and whatever, so I think we're going to like psychoanalyze that and get into it because I like analyzing human behavior, human psychology, gossip, and pop culture. So if that's not your tea, you're not going to enjoy my episodes, to be honest. But if you're new here, so I actually film myself before I go on the date, and then I film myself once I'm back after the date and give you guys like a little debrief or whatever. So that's like what I'm doing, a little date series, if you will, and I'm having so much fun. So far, we're done with 2 dates, and this is a third date with a third different guy. So let me talk about it. Okay, if you're not watching this and you're listening to my podcast, I basically have my old pajamas on. I have a toothpaste stain on my shirt, and I have some sock curls that are still sitting and holding onto my curls. It's such a mess, but they're so comfortable to sleep in. And I have some Indian chai with me that I'm gonna be drinking. Like honestly, Indian tea is the best tea. It will wake me up like no other. So I need this caffeine. I have a lymphatic massage in an hour, and then we're heading on to our date, and I am super excited about this little date. Okay, let me talk about it. Okay, so it's gonna be a little Carrie Bradshaw in Sex and the City where she would go on dates. Number one, I want to say before I start my episode, I do have a little ebook that's like live now on my website. The link will be in the description box below, but it's my little secret weight loss ebook recipe book. For 6 months I was on a heavy diet, like Russian recipes. I was taking like Slavic diet, like how to be a Russian skinny doll. So I was following the 6-month diet because I thought I was going on Love Island. That didn't happen. So I'm like, okay, at least I have the skinny body. So everyone was asking me how did I fix my inflammation. I had a huge weight loss, guys. I was 62 kilos and now I am 50 to 49 kilos, which is insane. 12 kgs done in over 6 months. So that recipe book is also in the description box below. With that being said, I have another ebook that I'm kind of contemplating if I want to publish it or not, because this is something I have been like, when I got so much love for my ebook, my recipe ebook, like over 2,000 people bought it. I was like, oh my God, should I like drop my gems, my little research work? I'm just an ADHD kid, a mix of autism and ADHD, who I get like, I hyperfixate and I become obsessed with something. And I'm like, I need to like learn about this. And I start reading articles on the internet. I started reading and, you know, I lose myself. I'm so embarrassed. I lose myself so often. And like, 3-4 years ago, when I got cheated on, just like everybody else, like it was a trauma thing for me. I was like, I'm done. I need to understand, why did he do this? How did I not see this coming? What could I have done? What were the red flags? What were the orange flags? What were the kind of dark orange flags? And I literally lost myself, but I was writing down these like little tips in my notes, and I was writing an actual journal of like boys I would go on dates with, things my friends would tell me, and I lost myself. So this episode is like, if you are crazy like me. I also hate the word crazy. Crazy just means that you were correct a bit early on. Does that make sense? Like, anytime like when you act out and your boyfriend's like, you're kind of crazy, and you're like, no, you've been just correct just a bit early and no one sees you, and then later on they're like, actually she was right. And this has happened to me more often than you can imagine. So I believe that I am crazy, but it's because I'm just correct and I know I'm right, but I'm just a little too right too early, and no one's gonna side with me. Do you know what I'm saying? So I hear you. If you're a crazy woman, I'm with you on this. So I'm going to drop an ebook all about like my little tips, my little dating like things, analysis that I've seen, how to like date the right man, the first green flags that I see, how I'm happy now, and I'm so stress-free when I date. People like buy me stuff, spoil me, take me out on dates, and I'm not stressing about any guy. I'm not being cheated on, and there's so much like self-love and respect. And so I'm going to give you some little tips or tricks on how to like date when you go on the first date, like a little like analysis of the guy or you and the date, if you will. For example, I'll give you 3 little tidbits that I've learned dating, and let me put you on. So number one, when I go on dates with the man, and if I'm like, if this is, you know, the one or not, he's just like a waste of time, I look at his job. Okay, not oh my God, does he make more money? Is he a millionaire? The most honest man who's going to treat you right, who's treated me the best, is like blue collar men. It's men who have stable 9-to-5 jobs, and they're not millionaires. They're not CEOs, and they're not these big bosses, and they're not astronauts. What I've noticed with my dating, and a pattern I've noticed, is that a man who wakes up every day, 6 a.m., let's say, and he has his tiffin and lunch at like 10 a.m. Like a tiffin is a little lunchbox that Indian people have. So like if he carries his little tiffin box and he eats it at 1 p.m. and he comes home at 5 p.m., he takes the same toll gate and then he comes home, that is a more respectful man. And he's a stable man. okay? Because his income is stable, his life is stable, the time he eats, his lunchbox is stable, he will probably be a stable partner to you. I noticed men, however, with like crazy jobs like real estate. You know what real estate jobs are? Like they have to chase the person to buy the house. So most of the time these men, they kind of chase after the dopamine hit. Like they're like, can you buy this house? Can you buy this house? It's $5. It's $5. Oh, you don't like it? I'll give you another house. Oh, you like this house? Okay, I'll give it to you. They're dealing with multiple people and they're dealing with multiple clients. And that means they get different dopamine hits from different people. They don't know what their days are like that. They might make money. They might lose money. They might go months without money. They might suddenly become rich for one Wednesday. And I noticed with people like that, they date also in the same way. Like the way their jobs are, what they look forward to every day, they date the same way. The dating pattern is exactly how their career path is. So real estate dudes, they wake up and they will shoot text to like 5 girls and they'll see who's responding to them first. They're also very emotionally unavailable. So they want dopamine hits from different girls at different times. And they're not honest or loyal to every single one of them. They can't be. It's not in them. They like to chase. They like to chase. And once they get you, they're kind of bored with you. They're like, okay, what now? It's like real estate dudes. They get the client, they sell the house, and they're like, okay, next, moving on to my next target. That's how they are with women as well. So these are things, by the way, that you can't find on like a little history textbook. You cannot find this on the internet. Maybe you could, I don't know. I had to date. A girl had to go through shit. I really am a rat in the laboratory. Okay, I had to set myself into like mouse traps and date and experience this. And I would come back and tell my female group chats like, guys, this is the tea. And they were like, oh my God, Anncy, you're so smart. This makes so much sense. And I was like, I know. So I want to put you guys on because I forget, like, honestly, the power that I hold and like my little gems that I found out. I'm like, this would help a lot of women. So it is behind a paywall simply because it's my personal experience and there's so much effort, put behind this. So I'm going to put the link of the ebook down below. It's like a dating ebook. It's really going to help you if you want to start dating like really successful, happy, emotionally intelligent, stable men. So yeah, and I have made this into a little ebook with all my tips and my little gems because I'm like, if it helps my female friend group and it's helped me, I forget the power I have here, like the community I've built here. I mean, it will help a lot of you and I want all of you to be happy and in great successful relationships and not dealing with a bozo. So yeah, I wanted to get all my ebooks out of the way. You can find all links to everything down in the description box below. I'm gonna have like a little chapter for just POC, for just women of color, especially if you're dating. It is a bit different for us, okay? It is a bit different for us when you're dating out in the public. You have to be careful of fetishes. There are so many American men who fetishize over me. It's so bizarre. A part of me is like, huh? Like this white man that I was like seeing, he was obsessed with the fact that I was brown and I knew so many languages, and he would like test me. He would speak to me in different languages just to see if I could respond. And he was falling in love with every single mispronounced word that came out of my mouth. He loved the fact that English was not my first language, and he loved me. He was obsessed with like my accent, my voice. And I was like, I'm so confused. He thought I was like this goddess. I'm not complaining, but I'm just saying he didn't really like me. For me, he liked like my culture. He was like fetishizing me. He's like, it's so cool. You have this unique name, and you literally, I want to slit my wrist right now. So little things that I have noticed dating in America, dating in LA, dating in Dubai. I'm going to put a little like Excel sheet, if you will. Second thing I really, really, really need to reiterate to you guys is his home. Okay. No one cares about a rich man right now. Okay. You can be so wealthy. Have you seen P. Diddy? You've seen P. Diddy, you've seen the trial. You do not want a rich man like that. Okay, there are a lot of rich men. If I say Dubai, LA, I'm dating, most of the men that I'm dating, they make money. They have a car, they're driving, they make money. Do not get excited about a rich man, okay? They're mostly abusers. They use your money to control you. I think you need a thoughtful and generous man. I definitely, in my mid-20s, been like, I need a rich man because I make all this Q-tip money. Look at me where I'm from. Yeah, I've done that. I blew up at a very young age. I had all this money and fame and success in my hands. Thank God for me, I've never experienced like a rich old man who's like ruining my life, like in Gossip Girl or whatever. But like, I've seen people, I've seen friends, and after P. Diddy stuff happened, LA seems very different. Clubs are scary. I have not gone out for a crazy club night in LA. It's been a minute. People like that, like the rich ones who are scary and terrifying, number one, they're very, very, very charming. They will tell you exactly what you want to hear. I want to say his house will be such a good indicator of that. Whoever you're dating, oh my God, I have dated men who had roommates. It showed, I don't want to shit on people who have roommates, okay? I've never had roommates because I lived alone and I felt very lonely and depressed because I lived in the States for like 5 years now. I've done only studio and I did one bed. I was very lonely. Don't like it. Here I'm with family. You always see the Toy Story sticker guy here, and there are kids here, there's family, and there's like church meetings. It's so fun. I have so much fun. Like I'm talking to humans, I'm talking to people. I feel more alive, but I'm telling you, I would never ever live alone. It's really, really bad. But this guy that I was seeing was, I think, a millionaire. I like the money that he was bringing in. His career path was insane. He was making so much money, and he had 3 roommates, and he was very stingy in real life, in a way that he'll only spend money if it's also benefiting him. And people like that, they're stingy with their money, they're stingy with their rent, they're stingy with their time, they're also stingy with their energy. Even though I didn't care much about, okay, is he spending on me or not, he was stingy with everything. He was stingy with flight tickets. He was stingy. He would be like, can you come here, and he wouldn't cover anything. If you're inviting somebody, you should be able to take care of, their dietary requirements. Can they eat this? Do they like this restaurant? I'm inviting you to this place. Are you going to have a good, enjoyable experience? And most of the time, these men who date, they do not look at that. They're like, oh, you live 5 hours and 6 oceans between us? I would love to take you out on this date, though. It would be really nice if you can come. Can you come? Motherfucker, I'm like 80,000 kilometers away from you. So I noticed that this man was stingy all around, like with his everything, like his communication, reserve his stuff for somebody else. So pay attention to that. When you go into a man's house or you see pictures of a man's house, a true, successful, mentally stable, a good, happy, generous man, his house will be like a house that it looks like somebody's lived here. I read this somewhere in a dating book that someone's bedroom will just show you everything you need to know. Everything you need to know. And I knew somebody's house, it was just luxury goods. There was nothing intellectual. They didn't have any prayer stuff like for their religion. They didn't have any good books that they were reading. No education stuff. It was just designer on designer on designer. And this is a lot of like LA people's houses. But I was like, this person is really this way though. They are very superficial. They only care about what's on the outside. They don't care about the inside. Your inside can be rotten and your outside is just luxury, luxury, luxury. But there's nothing on the, like deep inside, there's nothing in this room. In the bedroom, there was just nothing but just designer goods, designer boxes, and stupid books, stupidity, like complete stupidity. And that's really what the person that she was as a person. Then I'd gone to another person's house and he had a lot of like travel cases and like luggages and like a lot of, like bags and backpacks and a lot of jewelry. So with him, I knew like this is how he is. He's a very chaotic person. He travels a lot and he doesn't know where he's staying today, where he's staying tomorrow. And look at my bedroom. I look at my bedroom here right now. I have tripods here and I have makeup here and I have like clothes on this side and it's just really like messy, like mismatched clothing. And that tells a lot about me. I film, I'm obsessed with makeup, and then I have really bad fashion sense. And my room is like chaotically organized. Like it's organized, but in a chaotic way. And that is who I am as a person. And I also have a luggage here. I don't know if you can see. And that literally, it has to be in that side with a vacuum cleaner because this is literally me. I do travel a lot, as you know, between home and LA. The minute I get depressed and sad, I literally take that luggage and I go back to Dubai. So it's so crazy. But that dating book was like spot on. It's like someone's bedroom will just tell you everything about that person. And so pay attention to his bedroom. What does he have here? One of the guys that I was seeing too, like he had designer watch, which is fake. He had designer Louis Vuitton, which was fake. And then he had books about money and how to be emotionally detached. And then he had a whiteboard on the wall with like 6 like figures, like 700 something. And I was just like, this is so interesting. What is this? Like, this is also, it was such a weird, like empty. It felt very soulless. It felt like no one was staying in this bedroom apartment. And he was this kind of person. He cared about making money because he had like the numbers on his wall. And then he had the fake designer purses because he's like, it's such a Dubai thing though. A lot of men are obsessed with fake designer. You're fine with wearing Target and like cheap stuff. But this person had like fake designer items everywhere and books on being emotionally detached because he was emotionally unavailable. And I love that he was reading a book on how to be more of that. And I was just like, oh my God, this person needs help. Like what? So I'm telling you, the secret right now, it's not the man's wallet. It's not his social media following. Go to his bedroom, go to his house that he's living in and you'll see. And that is my little tip. I'm definitely going to put that in my ebook and talk more about little points that I've noticed. And this doesn't apply for boys. Absolutely not. You could be LGBTQ. You could be whatever partner you're seeing. This applies to a human being, to understand, to read a human being. their bedroom, their house, their living space just explains a lot. Also, in my old LA home, you'll see that I had more like kitchenware. And I remember a friend left a funny comment. She's like, Anncy, you're the only person who lives in this bedroom, but you have like 16 plates and you have so much like silverware. Like, you don't have that many people. You don't even invite that many people. Like, what are you doing? And I was just laughing at it. I was like, well, I like to host. And I'm like a kitchen freak. Like, I love kitchen gadgets. I got horny over cooking and, you know, recipes. And I needed to look a certain way. That's why I have these 16 plates. So I'm telling you, go to their house and you will learn so much about a human being. Secondly, so yeah, that is my little teaser for the book, I guess. But so I want to give a little update with the whole Wiz situation, Wiz Landon, what's happened. So even just today, she's posted a video on her situation and she's so funny. I love her for this. She posted how to get cheated on. And it's like, this is what I did too when I got cheated on 3 years ago. I think I'm like, get ready to catch my cheating boyfriend. I'm telling you, girl, I love you. Whoever's listening to this, watching this, I don't know what you're going through. Financial issues, friendship issues, boyfriend, girlfriend, family. The only way you can heal from trauma, in my opinion, if you have no money and you're broke for therapy, none of your friends are listening to it, make a joke out of it. In my humble opinion, I have made humor about my essay. I've made humor about me getting broken up with, cheated on, lied to, betrayed. Make it a joke and you live an easy, happy life. If you don't, it gets a bit dark. And I want to cry and you want to cry and I have nobody to hug me right now. I'm alone. Hello. If you guys have watched my last episode, we discussed her on like getting cheated on, lied to. He publicly humiliated her. And she posted a new video talking about it, labeled how to get cheated on, right? In that video, I watched it today at 45 minutes. It just dropped like freshly and I watched it today. And one thing I realized today is men ain't shit. We know this. I've talked about this too. I've had a very man-hating personality for so long. And it just keeps getting worse because why did I just read right now on Instagram in India? There was a man and a woman who were trying to have a baby and they couldn't. So the husband told his dad, the wife, he did it in secret and she was screaming, but the husband was like, shh, take it, just take it, you know? He sent the brother in to go and R-word her again. And she was being R-worded by the father and the brother-in-law so she could have a baby. She did end up having a baby. It was a miscarriage. When you hear things like this is the first thing I read. I hate it. You know what? Our parents were right. The phone is really your enemy. I woke up. I had such a great day, great morning. I woke up and I read such horrifying things on my own phone that I pay for. I don't want to live anymore. I don't. You think this is somebody I want to marry? Do you think this is somebody I should be engaged to? Do you think I like men right now? It's not. So there's a reason why we all have this man-hating thing because they're not good people, bro. What am I reading? This is not even... Men are cheaters. Men are... Like, what did I just read, you know? And it keeps getting worse. And I had to be like, for me to attract a good partner, I have to make peace with men just being terrible. And it should be on me to find a good partner, XYZ, right? One of the clips she mentions how she told Landon, you can leave the relationship if you're not happy. Just go. Just walk away. But please don't betray me. Do anything. You can leave now. You can leave today, leave tomorrow. But do not betray me. And do you know what he did? Let's play a game, right? Option A, leave. Option B, leave. Option C, leave. Option D, betray her. He did exactly what she asked him not to do. I remember this one time when I was in a relationship with this horrible man. I told him, I won't accept verbal abuse. Like, do whatever, say whatever. Don't call me a bitch. Don't say all these words. We got into a fight. Do you want to play a game of guess what he called me? He literally called me a bitch. I'm just like, do anything but call me that. Like, don't verbally abuse me. I'm not going to take it. I don't take it from friends. I don't take it from anybody. I'm not taking it from you, somebody who's supposed to be my boyfriend. Hello. And he did exactly that. I was like, oh, okay, got it. So I'm telling you, men, you don't want to tell them your standards. Do not tell them what you want, what you need, because they will do exactly that. When it's supposed, like when I mean like, don't do this to me, they will do that when they can. And that's why in my previous episode, I mentioned that I am telling you, Landon cheated on Wiz. He definitely has a Reddit, Discord / group chat where he's laughing at her fall, laughing at her flop, and just like, oh my God, I just ruined her life. Like, look at this. He's definitely doing this. We all know Landon. You've been friends with him. He tried to smash and you didn't let him. Be honest. So I was just sitting here like, you a-hole. I was telling all my friends this, I was like, he planned this. He was with her for a year. He trapped her with that baby. He wanted to humiliate her because she's always on her YouTube like, fuck man, be yourself, walk away, disrespect. These are the women that men plan on. They don't go for the quiet, shy ones. I've talked about this before. It's you and me, bestie, like the loud ones, big personality, who's like, no man could ever treat me poorly, and then they will treat you poorly just to be like, got you, like, look at you now. This is how men are. And when I was saying this to a friend, she was like, Anncy, you're overthinking it. That's not. Do you not understand how you've not dated then? You're too nice. You need to go out and date more people to understand how they operate. With that being said, for the last 2 months, a lot of things happened between Wiz and Landon. So I think Abby came back, and Abby is a girl that Landon was seeing before Wiz, and she came back on social media talking about how like Landon used to abuse her, XYZ, and there was so much drama with that. And I think Abby had to take it all down because Landon, wanted to sue her, and she couldn't say anything. She had to just shut her mouth. What did I say? Rich men are scary. Power is scary. Rich, powerful men, you cannot say any of these things. And it was really sad. She, really was sharing her like side of the story. She was actually supporting Wiz. And I think Wiz came out and said like, Wiz was kind of blaming the victim, which when you are in a trauma bond, a codependent relationship, you're triangulated, and this is all Landon's doing, honestly. And I get it, she's pregnant, she's hormonal, but you gotta have some awareness. You don't lose all your intelligence just because you're pregnant. It doesn't work that way. But she went on her stories and she was like, going crazy against Abby and blaming the victim for being whatever. And it was a whole mess. You can see it online. I don't want to talk about it. It's too much for me. It's super early for me to talk about this, but I do believe Abby. I do believe the victim, because I've been a Wiz, I've been an Abby, and I know who's right here. For a certain period, I did not enjoy Wiz's stories. She would post, I'm going to post them here. She would talk a lot about how much she loves money and she doesn't care about men. I never liked men. I only cared about money. And this is a lot of women with daddy issues. When they didn't have a dad growing up in their house, can really mentally F you up. It can really affect you in different ways. You cannot have good female friendships. You don't know what's right and wrong. You don't have anybody who leads you. So you make like the most horrible decisions, and you want somebody to provide stability and provide you with things that you wish your dad did, which he didn't. He left you with an abandonment issues that just like translates. If you don't heal yourself, it just goes to your friendship. It goes to the people you date, and it just spreads. And personally, for me, I do not get along with women or men who have daddy issues. When I sit back and I look at all the people I had a falling out with, they had no father. They had a dead father. They had a missing father, or they had a dad who went to jail. I am not kidding you. It's so traumatic for me. I have to make a whole episode on like women with daddy issues, because I am horrified. And it's because I have mommy issues. So it's the toxicities between both of us, where I remind them of their dad and they remind me of like my mom, and like we're in this like situation. So definitely go heal yourself, because it's not the best for both of us. But a lot of people, when they have like, again, daddy issues, I don't even blame the women or any daughter who has an absent father. It's them. It's the man. It still comes back to the man again. How are we blaming women for daddy issues? It's still the dad, like the man. You know what I'm saying? They can never let go. I'm never going to let them go, okay? Not under my watch. But to say the least, I didn't like Wiz for a bit. I was like, I'm going to unfollow her. What is she doing? Her stories were insane. But I kept giving her like the benefit of the doubt. She is a pregnant woman, whatever. But I did not like the fact that she came out and she was blaming Abby. And apparently Abby tried to contact Wiz during the relationship to warn her or something, and she never answered. I think she called back. And Abby was like, somebody with the Middle Eastern accent like was talking to me, and then she said hello and she was talking to me, and then she cut the call. And then Wiz responded with saying like, are you making fun of my accent? Girl, what? That's what you got out of the whole situation, that she's making fun of your Middle Eastern accent? You have an accent. I have an accent. Like for white people, like Americans, American is also an accent, but they think that, how do I put this? We all have accents, but like you have an accent. So do I. But like she's just describing you. Like it was a woman who had an accent and sounded very much like you, but then she flipped the whole narrative like, you're making fun of my accent. How dare you? And I was like, oh my God, that's not what's happening here. So that happened. And I was like, I'm not liking Wiz right now, because Wiz reminds me a lot of friendships that fell apart for me when they will choose the man. Like between Landon and her, she was choosing herself. But when there's a victim, when there's a random woman, okay? And her man, she'll choose the man. Man versus another man, she'll choose her man. Man versus a random sister, daughter, girl, she'll choose her man. Women like this, when they have daddy issues, they will forever pick the man, choose the man, and disregard the victim. And that's why I cannot be friends with certain people like that. I have seen this play out in male friendships, female friendships, and I'm like, oh my God, your daddy issues are coming in the way, girl. Stand up. Because why did, like, 2 weeks ago, she was ripping Landon apart to all of us. She was selling all of her dirty laundry to us. Then Abby comes out and she's like, actually, Abby, you're a dumb slut. Kill yourself. Like, what happened there? And it fully flipped. So I don't believe Abby's lying at all. So I don't know how I feel about the whole situation. But I really feel for Abby because she really came out strong with those receipts and then she had to take them all down. Secondly, for people saying that, oh, why would she take the receipts down? Because, she would have gone to court, whatever. She could have fought it. Guys, you don't understand what you're talking about. I feel like these are like 10-year-olds, okay? You have a very short life. You do not want to spend time, money, energy sitting in a court case fighting allegations. You rather just live your life. She lives in Florida. The sun's great. There's oceans and beaches. Just go swim. Like, you think it's too exhausting. If I was in Abby's situation, I would have done the same thing. It's not fun to sit with a narcissist and fight with them in court, like whatever. And I don't know. He is the father, so he's definitely going to be in her life, if that makes sense. Like, he's not going anywhere. But what blows my mind is that she's still, like, even her newest video where she's making fun of, like, being cheated on. You can see there's a clip where she's like, he still wanted me. He still liked me. He literally trapped you with a baby. What are you giggling about? So yeah, I do have a feeling she is back with him, secretly, low-key. And this video is the craziest. I'm going to put it here. This girl found out that Liz and Landon, they're both in the same hotel room. And she put 2 and 2 together.
I think the wizard Liz and Landon are still together, and I think I can prove it to you. So I get that they're having a kid together, and you can't really your baby daddy out of your life, especially while you're pregnant. So maybe they're just on good terms now, I guess. I don't know how you could be on good terms with someone like that, but my evidence centers on 2 Instagram stories from today. So this was Liz's story today. It says pregnancy belly in the evening, and you can see she's in this hallway that looks to be a hotel hallway. Now, in the same day, Landon posted this story about blessing people, giving money back, whatever. I wasn't paying attention to his text. I was paying attention to that piece of paper right there. Now, if you flip the image, but zoom in, and you'll see the Dorchester Spa. Now, this right here is the Dorchester Hotel in London, and the Dorchester Spa is located within it. So it's signed, yours sincerely, the Dorchester Spa. This looks like a flyer that they leave in your hotel room to tell you about their services. Now, let me remind you of the hallway of the hotel, presumably where Liz is staying. And let's now look at the hallway of the Dorchester, the corridor in London. Looks awfully familiar, doesn't it? So, TLDR, I think they are back together. Or they could have just fooled all of us, and all this was a ruse to get more publicity, more attention, and in turn, more money. Who knows?
Period. I love the internet so much. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. She's living with him in the same hotel room, so hello. We know what's happening in there. So they are together, I think. That is a little tea on the Wiz situation. Now, what I have learned from Wiz's situation, even in the same video, how to get cheated on, whatever, I had a very, very similar opinions with her in that video because my abusive ex was the same thing, very controlling, jealousy. Pay attention to speed. Pay attention to insecurity. I think that's the biggest red flag, is an insecure person, because mind you, if Landon was a secure person, he wouldn't have done half the stuff that he's done now. So I think more than anything, you need to pay attention to somebody if they're insecure or not. Even friendships, that applies to family members. Do not hang out with anybody who's insecure. They will isolate you. That's what happened to Wiz. She trapped herself in the house. I did the same thing. It's so funny, you guys. Abusers use the same book. So I want to give you my ebook, shout out, link in the description. I'm kidding. No, but I'm serious. One thing about abusers, the best thing about abusive people or abusers in general, they don't have different books. They use one book. It's the same book. So once you pay attention to the red flags in the ebook, you pay attention to the abusive textbook. My favorite book is Why Does He Do That? I will link it below again. It's on Amazon too. Why Does He Do That? It's a book on abusers, why abusers do it. We don't know why they do it. But if I have been there when I'm like, why does my man do this? Why is he doing this to me? And the answer is like right there. It's like, that's how they are. abusers have one book. They use one book. It's the same: possessive, jealousy, control. And I had the same thing. Everyone's a little jealous. My dog is a little jealous when I spend more time with somebody else and not my dog. It's a different type of jealousy. It's a different type of possessiveness. It's a different type of controlling. And once you recognize that, your pattern recognizing skills will be undefeatable. I'm telling you now. So just know, just be aware is all I'm saying. Be aware of the signs, and then you will be able to pick up on it and be like, this is not something that I'm going to entertain. It doesn't align with my values, and you'll move along to somebody who is better suited for you. With that being said, period, I'm going on a date today. This is kind of my 5th date. I know. I've been lying a little bit. I'm a little liar or whatever. 5th date with this guy. I've had such a crazy month, to be honest. I just launched my new juice smoothie with Juice Crafter, which is available in all over locations in LA. It's my new smoothie called Twinkle Skin. And then I had to do my ebook. I had some sponsors this month, so I was just really busy with work that are like contract based. So I have a deadline. Hello. That I didn't keep you updated, but I'm seeing this guy, and 5 dates under a month is huge for me personally, because I usually I do one boy a month. Like, one boy, I'm seeing you, and then I'm like, okay, I need some fucking time. You drained my energy. But I'm seeing this guy, and I've only been seeing him for the past 5 weeks, I think. And today, since my ebook did so good, he's like, Anncy, that's insane. Like, you have done so much. We need to go out and celebrate. So we are going out for dinner today in Santa Monica, and it's a really cool Italian restaurant. And he's like, wine is on me. Like, we're gonna party. I was like, I love it. I love when a man celebrates me. It's so nice. So I'm having such a good time getting to know him. I'm still like I'm in the getting to know him stage, I guess you could call it. But so far it feels very authentic, and it's consistent. It's so peaceful, and it's like nice. I'm having a good time getting to know this person. So I'm enjoying it. But I'll share more details, once I have more to share. So I noticed something which is so insane to me, you guys. I posted a story of me holding flowers. I hate you guys. I posted a TikTok video of me holding my flower bouquet, and somebody commented, I hope he's the one, and like, you have no more story times to share with us, and like in a good way. But I was like, oh my God, you're right. Like, you showed me something, a pattern for me. If I have a story time to share to my followers, like my community or my friends back home or anywhere, you're not the one for me. Do you know what I'm saying? If I have a 1 hour FaceTime story time for you, that means you are not the one for me. And I'm sitting here like, oh my God, I have no story time about this guy that I'm seeing, because it is so peaceful. It's so calm, and it's so consistent and intellectual and emotionally intelligent that I'm like, it's boring. I have nothing to share with you. So that's why I'm like, wow, this is different. This is not what I'm used to. So I'm actually shocked, you guys. I'm having a great time, and I have to get ready now. My God, I need to go now. So I'm going to go now. We're going to come back, and I have this beautiful cheetah print dress that I bought from like Nordstrom, and this beautiful like beige brown bag. I think I might do a little video clip here for you to see. And yeah, we're going to get ready, take these curls off, shower, do my makeup, and I have to head out. So stay tuned. For you, it's going to be like 5 seconds. I'll be back and give you an update on the date. Obsessed with this dress. It came out so nice, and even my curls, they're giving a little bit British curls, but I'm just gonna brush them out, do my makeup, and come back and update you guys. But I'm so excited for this date. Okay, let's go. I'm back from my date. I look a little haggity. Oh my God, I can't even speak. I'm a little red wine, but red wine makes me sleepy, dude. Does it make anyone else sleepy? I'm so sleepy. I'm extremely tired, but like, how cute is my outfit? I know like leopard print is not it, and no one likes leopard prints anymore, but I love them on my skin tone. It's so pretty. Like, I need to do a makeup look with this like outfit. I don't know where I got this from, but so nice. And then this is my purse. I have no fashion sense. Like, things never match me, you know what I mean? For the first time, I'm wearing a purse that matches like my outfit, and like, it's like a little clutch situation. And you guys, this is like my 5th, 3rd, 4th, 7th date with this guy, and it's good every single time. He is super fun, super cool, and yeah, I don't know where this is gonna go, honestly. I'm curious to see, but I'm gonna put a picture here, but he got me a Sancerre like wine gift bottle. He remembers this being my favorite because we went to a restaurant, Elefante, I think, on our 2nd date, and then I asked the waiter if they had it, and they didn't have it. So he just remembered that like, oh, she likes Sancerre. Since then, this is like the 2nd time he's gifted me Sancerre. So I left it at his house. I'm not me slurring. I left it at his house. Jesus. He beats the jewelry guy. He beats all the guys before. So he's really top on the roster. Okay. Don't forget to sub and like Anncy Rantsy podcast on Spotify, and I'll see you guys in my next episode.